Even amongst the razzmatazz and excitement of the cobbled season, cycling's eagle-eyed have been able to spot a new addition to the Lampre-Merida team. The gradual revolution of disc brakes in professional cycling has achieved its biggest breakthrough to date.
It's not a secret that as well all our competitors being present in the World Tour have as well disc brake bikes ready to race. It's just a question at what time the team is really ambitious enough to make it come true. For us, the Northern Classics now is a perfect test terrain, and normally those classic races in Belgium and north of France are well known for quite cold, windy and wet conditions. That is a nice testing field.
Following last year's introduction of the lightweight Scultura to Lampre's arsenal, Merida set about preparing a frame for a disc version that could offer the team the same unique performance and comfort. In this, they have succeeded. The result, they hope, gives Lampre's riders the widest choice of bike of any team in the peloton.
The biggest challenge is to keep the excellent weight, and the weight is not a question mark towards frame and fork, because here the weight penalties, let's say, in our hands, because we are responsible for the frame. All the components are sold on board from other sources. The frame, we have an extra amount of weight, including the fork, of about 95 grams. That's reasonable if we consider that we have different dropouts, longer rear base, and a much more solid fork. If we simply compare all the components related to braking, we end up today at roughly 700 grams of weight penalty. That means if we have a Scultura rim brake, which is 6.7 kilograms, ready to race, 100 grams below the UCI weight limit, we have 7.4 for the equivalent Scultura disc brake bike. And if you are a 60 kilogram skinny mountain climber, you might consider about if it's worth to take this extra amount of weight in consideration. If at the other hand, you might save some time in a fast descent due to better controlled braking.
Introducing the Scultura disc partway through the season would appear to some a potentially risky move. While riders are increasingly convinced of the performance benefits, preparing the team's mechanics was crucial if the introduction was to go as smoothly as possible.
We really did our best to make them aware with the new technology. We sent some race mechanics of our pro mountain bike team, and they use hydraulic disc brakes since a decade, to train them how to get rid of troubles. And after, I would say, 2 weeks of intense training, assembling and testing, now at least the fear is gone.
While the thought of in-race wheel changes is enough to keep any mechanic up at night, the Scultura disc's rapid axle technology is the latest design to ensure wheel changes with discs are as fast as current rim brakes.
If you open the RAT system, it's moving the QR lever, twisting 90 degrees and pulling out the axle. The wheel drops out, and because there are no safety hooks like they have to be placed for regular rim brake wheels, the operation itself is even faster.
Such has been disc brakes' progress in the early season. Don't be surprised if by this time next season all teams have a disc brake option for the cobbled classics. While for the rest of the World Tour teams, introducing discs at the sharp end of the cobbled classics season was too big a gamble to take, all involved with Lampre-Merida are expecting their bold move to pay off, and that reward could come sooner rather than later.
No one of us is expecting one of our riders to be on the podium. Let's say our season starts with the short 1 week stage races starting during the next weeks. And for us it was quite important now to have almost 2 weeks in a row in serious conditions to build up trust. And we will intensely discuss with team management and racers what we are going to do. But I'm quite sure that if, for example, Giro d'Italia mountain stages, there might be cold and wet weather with dangerous descents, we might even use them in the high mountains.